So let's continue this. It's not even a debate because the white people and nationalists and MAGA knows this truth already. And again, this doesn't count as Caucasian people. There's a difference between Caucasian and white people. We are strictly talking about white people here. So yesterday, I was talking about how Tucker Carlson was in this interview, and he's saying that white people are being targeted, and the Democrats are at fault for making white people targeted. And again, the question I would have asked him is like, okay, which Jesus, since you do believe in Jesus, which image do you have either on your phone or in your home? And I'm pretty sure that, well, if that Jesus was white, he is the problem. Anyone who has a white Jesus in their home, blue eyes, blonde hair, whatever, is the problem. Not because I'm racist, but because it's the truth. Now, but that's the problem. Black people, they keep saying, let go of slavery, let go of this and that. One of the biggest problems that cause problems for us as black people is that image of Jesus. Um, I mean, it's common sense. You give black people like you give black people a white Jesus, an image that looks nothing like them, so it totally cuts them down. The Asians have Buddha, the Latinos, I guess, have Mother Mary. Who else? And the Hindis have theirs. Black people and the white people have theirs, but it's fabricated fully. I think the white one is the only one that's fabricated because everyone knows damn well that Jesus didn't look like that. He wasn't pale skin, yada yada, coming from the Middle East. And the intelligent people know um, that it's not that he had the the no the intelligent people know that it's absolutely impossible. The religious people know damn well it's the hair of wool. Yeah, and some Caucasian people can have hair of wool, but hair of wool and bronze skin, this and that. That's what they know. Um, so they're only ones that has fabricated a complete lie and fabricated to destroy people and the black people, and it was spread throughout Hollywood. Remember Good Times, the show Good Times, they had this picture of, oh, that's what I meant to say. Sorry. The intelligent know that Jesus was just Cesare or Cesar Borgia, a picture of him. The intelligent know that. The religious know that he had hair of wool, skin of bronze, and the white MAGAs, nationalists, um, just know damn well he couldn't have been that color. But back to Hollywood. So you remember the show Good Times? This is the biggest thing I had, the gripe I have against Good Times. It's about a black family. For you white people watching this, look it up. Young white people, because you're not educated about how they try to program my people through television. Good Times is a black family living in the ghetto in Chicago, barely keeping their heads above water, but they made it a comedy. So they taught us you gotta laugh no matter, accept your hard times and laugh it off. When the John Amos, the dad of the show, requested that the family should show a positive role, a positive light, at least the family coming up are doing better. When he requested that to be added to the script, they canceled his character on the show and even killed him. Okay, and this is the worst part about it. After his name was James as the father. After he died on the show, then the kids, one of the kids became a great artist. The other one became a lawyer. These are black kids, and the daughter married a famous football player, so she was rich too. But worst of all, the mother found another boyfriend. Okay, while the dad was in the home, things were bad. Things just couldn't get better, and the mom just kept saying, We have Jesus, okay? But after he dies, after the show killed him off, then they do better. So they were showing like, ironically, like today's times, if you want to do better, get rid of the dad of the home. Now back to the religious part. This is the picture that was up in on that wall every episode for us to see. And there was only one time where Michael, the militant kid, brought in this Jesus and said, like, this is what he looks like, Mom. But on the show, all this bad luck, all this bad shit started happening because of the black Jesus. So eventually they took down the black Jesus. Go figure. Years ago, 2008, I went to South Africa and went into a township. There was 3 million people lived on this township. I went into a home on this township, and when I went into the living room, it had a picture of this Jesus. So after a conversation with the lady that had this in the living room, this white Jesus, I finally convinced her to switch to this Jesus. Now, a pastor, go look him up. I don't know his name because he's not even known, but he sparked outrage on the internet because he was saying that Jesus was black and that these prejudiced white people are going to be very upset when they find out that Jesus is black. This is scary, man. Like people like Charlie Kirk, he was an absolute monster. And I don't call him a monster because of his racism. I call him a monster because he wanted televised executions. This guy was going to be a monster if he turned into what they wanted him to be. And I till this day, I believe the universal God took Charlie Kirk out. That means he was going to be bad because the universal God has not even taken out Trump yet. So maybe Trump is going to turn on Israel or something. Maybe Trump's going to do something that's going to help us all, even if it's some bullshit that he does. Because Lindsey Graham was taken out, and Charlie Kirk, I believe, definitely was taken out by the universal God. So he was going to do bad things. Televised executions, man. Come on, man. But so this is not going to be a what do you think video. It's the facts. Jesus is not white. And again, the irony is by them making Jesus white, and since he's God's son, only son, that makes God white. We're screwed. So this now the image, there's a lot of people like atheists and shit who say like, man, there is no Jesus, no such thing as Jesus. I'm a red text Christ. The page is the red print of Jesus. And that's all that's important to me. I don't care too much about the earthly image. Okay? I was just saying the other day, if Jesus came back, if a real second coming came and he was white, I would be upset, and I wouldn't. I don't think I'll go with him. I wouldn't trust him because there's just no possible way. It would be some kind of trick, man. But I wouldn't go with him. I would be a left behind victim. But anyways, it's not a debate. It's the absolute truth. And it's not about the earthly image. It's not about the image for me, okay? I have a black Jesus in my home, looks very similar to me. And I'm about the red text. It doesn't matter who wrote the red text. I don't care if a 5-year-old little girl wrote the red text. I am a disciple of the red text. All that matters is what the red text says, because it's full of great morals, and best of all, it tells the story of what happened to this legendary Jesus, Yahshua, Yahweh, Asu, whatever his name was. We called him the teacher, but whatever his name was, how it transcribed 2,000 years to today. It doesn't matter because it was when you read the red text. That's why I have this page, is to teach you guys what really happened, because they separated the red text within the black of the Bible. The red text should not even be in the Bible. Okay, it shouldn't even be. It shouldn't even be in the Bible. But so this is it. There is no like, what do you think in the comments, man? Don't even. It's not even about that, man. Okay, either you're racist and you don't accept it, or you just say, I tried to tell them, motherfuckers. Um, we have 27 followers, or people of the fellowship of the caravan, and that's worth more than 1 million in the regular church. So let's keep going because I have to get 500,000 people. Um, that's what I was told. So I don't know how. Let's see what happens. Thanks, everybody. Out. So I forgot to add this part. If everyone, all these cultures have their own gods, who's the god of black people? Or sorry, who, if they have all these, what do you call them, messiahs and all this, deities or whatever, who is the one of the black people? Well, the black people's um, god is Lucifer. But before you get crazy, it's Lucifer slash Jesus. The intellect know that Jesus is Lucifer. You just go research it yourself. 'Cause I don't really have time to explain all of it. But if we're gonna, we need a God, and you know, if in our, or a representative for us, and that representative is like Jesus, the black, the dark, the African, or the Middle East, the black Jesus, aka Lucifer. Think about it. Think about all the ones. Think about the story of Lucifer, and think about how long that story is. He fell from heaven, or God kicked him out, and he came to earth, and yada yada. This story is not in the Bible, people. So you got to ask yourself, where did the story come from? Well, it came from the Mormons. You can look that up too. Look up the story of Lucifer, cartoon Lucifer and Jesus. It's the best explanation of it. And think about who taught you about Lucifer, man. This dude was the one who was the angel of light, the one of knowledge, who was teaching humans about the corruption of God and the corruption of heaven. And think about who taught you this story, that Lucifer was this serious bad guy. It was the Christian nationalists. And Jesus said it himself in Matthew 27:46, where he said, my God, why have you forsaken me? God attempted to erase Lucifer because he was jealous of him. Jesus was the real good guy. Jesus was the good representation. He's the one that we voted to be president of heaven. And, like God Trump didn't want Jesus to be, the president of heaven. So he threw him out. And, the people who followed Lucifer from heaven, Jesus from heaven, I mean, they followed him. They came to Earth. Earth was all ours, and we're like, okay, let's have some. We had species, humans, and all that good stuff. That's why black people, their DNA is only 3% Neanderthal. Like, now, white people are 1.5 to 2% Neanderthal. Black people are only 0.3% Neanderthal, which means they're the true humans. I'm just saying this. It's not from racism. It's truth. Why do you think they're spending so much time and energy trying to destroy us? That's why our skin is the color of earth. So we came down here and we had a good time, and everything was started and everything was good. And then the whites came out of nowhere. You don't hear about white people in the Bible. Go figure. Where did they come from? And God didn't like us. God didn't like us not needing Him. So, when we had the fly to get this, I'm gonna stop this concept. But when we had this, examples of how God got vengeful and jealous and all that shit. Just like He admitted He is. He said He's a jealous God, vengeful, and all that stuff. But for example, we come up with the fly to get rid of things that die, and then God brings us the spider. You know what I'm saying? We have the what do you call them, the deers and lovely animals for our children to be friends with and play with. God brings the hunter, the lions, and all that stuff, and that's another story. But I just wanted to add that in, to let you know who, the black people, we have to have someone too that represents us, because the Asians have one, the Latinos, whites have one. Ours is Jesus, Lucifer, the morning star, the and there's one part where he even says he's the fallen, he dwells in the center of the earth and the bringer of light. And that's Jesus. Don't be shocked. If you're shocked, just think about who told the story about Lucifer and why is it not in the Bible. Then you can go to Book of Enoch, man. But so that's that. Okay. Thanks again, people.
If today's message spoke to your heart, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we'll keep uncovering the living words written in red, words that never fade. Dive into the heart of the Gospels with the red words of the Christ, a profound and illuminating exploration of the words spoken by Jesus Christ. This beautifully crafted book brings together the teachings, parables, and divine wisdom of Jesus as found in the New Testament, offering readers a focused and inspiring journey through His transformative message. Receive your copy today by visiting Amazon. The link will be in the description.